To most Poles, the war in Ukraine feels uncomfortably close. Poland was flooded with 1 million Ukrainian refugees. It shares a border with Moscow's close ally, Belarus. The government has cast the country as a frontline state and has launched a multi-billion-dollar spending program to boost its own defences. This year it plans to spend almost 4% of its GDP on rearming, more than any other NATO country. It has ordered 500 US-made HIMARS rocket systems at a cost of $10 billion. It signed a $5.8 billion deal with South Korea for tanks and howitzers, and it's on a recruitment drive to double the standing army to 300,000. It's a long-term strategic plan which will make Poland one of the biggest military powers in Europe.
Ukraine has taught us a lesson that only countries which are able to defend themselves will get support from allies. Of course, our situation is much different. We're a NATO member state, but there is a Polish trauma dating back to 1939 when we had security guarantees, but no one came to our help.
Mateusz Morawiecki!
In this election, the right-wing government has tried to capitalise on people's fears with its slogan of a safer Poland. Some have accused the governing party of using its defence spending policy as a tactic in the election. The idea of boosting Poland's defence capabilities appeals to conservative voters. But given Poland's traumatic history and the new threat from Russia, it's a policy that cuts across the political divide, and the opposition has been reluctant to criticise it. The policy partially explains why Polish-US relations are now so warm and why President Joe Biden seems to like visiting Warsaw. Washington has long urged its European allies to spend more on their defence. But with high inflation and the government also making campaign promises for bigger pensions and welfare, some doubt the country can afford such a massive outlay on the latest American-made weapons systems. But here, memories of unexpected aggression by neighbours from both the east and west run deep, and the newly fragile security landscape of Eastern Europe makes spending more on defence a priority most Poles support. Simon McGregor-Wood, TRT World, Warsaw.